Guys, welcome to week 6 of this Foundations of Christian Theology class. It seems like we're rolling along pretty well on the Google Docs requirement for your reflection and theology essays. Just make sure that you fulfill each step in those initial instructions that I gave you on the week 4 video, and then copied in an announcement that same week, just so that I can see the revision history of the Google Doc itself. If I have to request access to that, then it just creates more back and forth between me and you, and neither of us really have the time for that. So do please make sure you tick all those boxes, or rather follow all of those instructions, so that I can have full access to the document. I highly this will come as a surprise to nobody, I'm sure, but I highly discourage things like, obviously, ChatGPT or Claude or any other similar services to make outlines of papers, because you need to be able to look at a set of information or a set of data and be able to interpret it in an organized way in really any profession, especially, most especially nursing, because that's your guys' context here. But to be able to organize your thoughts in, speaking as well as writing after looking at a set of information is really important. So if you've been doing that, just keep in mind the overall effect it might have on your ability to look at a certain set of facts, or a certain amount of information, or a certain reading or something like that, and then being able to organize that properly. Just consider the effect that might have. For Mueller this week, you have chapters on 1, the church, and 2, the Christian in society. You might have seen in 2020, when a lot of churches were being shut down, oh, it's okay, the church was never about a building anyway. Okay, then what is it exactly? Or you might see different denominations saying we're the only true church, or Catholicism will claim we're the church instituted by Christ himself 2,000 years ago, and other churches might say the same. So is church a building? Is it just me and my Bible? Is it what these various institutions claim? We'll hopefully get some answers to those things. As for the second chapter for Mueller, what does it mean for a Christian to live in society? Mueller dives into what's called the two kingdoms theology, which just means that there's a kingdom of the church and a kingdom of the world, but they exist together, side by side. So what does this mean for the Christian life? Well, you can find out with this week's reading. For Strobel, we get into the nitty-gritty of Jesus's life and the evidences for the resurrection. Was it a hoax? Different religions, such as Islam, say that Jesus was never actually crucified and was therefore never resurrected because he was never crucified to begin with. Was it something that was just a giant lie? Was it a hoax? Was it something his disciples made up to make it seem like he was in fact raised from the dead? Was he switched with somebody else? Did he die and stay dead, and the resurrection is nothing but a lie? Did Jesus never actually die? Or did he actually die and rise again? So these questions are all very important to consider, and we will be diving into those this week. So I'll see you guys at the discussion board.